Hello guys, welcome back to my new video. So in my previous video, I have explained you how to configure emergency access management, and I have also showed you like how end users or the technical users are going to use them. And in this video, I'll be showing you what are the different MSMP workflow configurations that are available for emergency access management. Okay, so which means basically in my previous video I have shown you that in order to assign this FFID, FF owner should log into NWBC system and he has to click on firefighters and then he has to assign this ID to this user manually. Okay, this is a manual step. But here SAP has given us in the access request management, whenever users are going to raise access request in that format only, SAP has given an option called request type 006, which is meant for super user access management. So what you can do whenever you select that emergency super user access, this user can raise a access request to this ID, so that this ID will be assigned to this user and owners are going to approve them. So we have to configure our BRF plus configuration first, and then we have to maintain MSMP workflow. So in my BRF plus configuration video, so that's the prerequest for this video. I am going to add, see, the request type I have added 001 and 002, which is 001 means create, 002 means change. I am going to add one more request type that is for 006, which is used for super user. So whenever user select super user, the using BRF plus decision table, it is going to take a different rule result. And using that rule result, it is going to take a different path in our MSMP workflow. And the flow will flow to this FF owner so that he can approve the request. Once he approves, what happens? The user, this FFID will be assigned to this user, and this user can log in and use this. And also after that, I'll be showing you like after the usage of the firefighter ID, logs will be generated. As I told you in my previous video, these FFID controller will log into the system. He manually takes out the log reports and he analyzes it. But here, for that also we have different process ID called SAP GRAC FFID log report, which we will be using, and using that we can run log sync job. Once that job runs, it will automatically trigger a request to the controller to review and approve the FF log report. Okay, so let's start. I'll just open my system. Okay, here I'll just open NWBC first. I'll go to SPRO and governance, risk and compliance, access control, and here workflow for access control. Here I'm going to open my define business rule framework. Also, I'll keep my window open for MSMP workflow maintenance. Okay. So you might know what decision table is also. If you have not watched my previous video, which is BRF plus configuration, please watch that video and then you can jump into this video. Okay. See here you can see the request type as 001, 002 and 1 and which is only meant for change request and create request. Okay, request type is only change and create. Okay, so here if I go to my NWBC under access management and access request. See here you can see something called super user access. Do you know where does this come from? This actually comes from user provisioning. So under access control, if you scroll down here, you have user provisioning, and here you have define request type. Okay, so here you have super user access. See, request type is 006, which is sixth request type. Okay, so here if I click, this is active as of now. If I click on this, users will not be able to see this option here. And this is meant for which process ID? SAP GRAC access request, which is in our MSMP workflow. I have to use this process ID only. Okay, in order to configure the automatic workflow where owners can approve the FFID request. Uh, so let's start. I'll just click on edit. Okay, and I'll add one more row and here I'll maintain. So when you click on this, you get this option request type 006 as super user. So I'll be selecting that first. Click on OK. And here for business processes, so my scenario will be whatever the business process may be. Okay, the request, the flow should go to the all the owners who have specific role. So in my as of now, my owner, FF owner BC, have access to this management role, management, SAP GRAC super user management owner. So whoever have this role should be able to approve the request. So let's see who all have this access. So I will go for SC16 AGR underscore users and I'll just check who all have this. Okay, see 15 members have this access. Okay, so the approval will flow to all these 15 members. Why? Because this role is assigned to all these 15 members. Okay, it's since the FFID owner is FF owner BC, it will not only this will not go only to this. I am giving the agent ID as PFCG role based. So because of that, for who all this role is assigned, for everyone the approval will flow. So because of that, and here I am having a business process. Since I am not segregating it as per the business process, I am just giving here instead of equal to, I'll be giving end with because all my business process, as you can see here, uh, maintain business process and sub process. See, all my business process ends with 00. So, if a requester is from any of the business process, it should flow to only one single owner where this role is assigned. So that's my scenario. So because of that, here I am going to give instead of is equal to, I'll be giving ends with. Okay, I'll give 00 and I'll click on OK. It says ends with 00. All the business process which ends with 00, the request will flow to the rule result will be this one. Okay, so here I'll give Z underscore EAM 006. Click on OK. and click on. So now our BRF plus configuration is also done. Okay. Now I'll just click on save and then check and then click on activate. So now our BRF plus is activated. Let's see whether my function is activated or not. It's in the active state only. So that's fine. Now what I have to do, I have to go to my MSMP workflow. Okay. So here I'll just open this because I need this. So click on display and change. Okay. Select your process ID, GRAC access request, and you can click on next. And here, this is your rule ID. Okay. So this is your rule ID, Z init rule. Okay, initiator rule. So here, what I am going to do, you can see the rule result value and trigger value description, right? So here I have added these four. Do you know these four come from this one, ZBAS 001. These are my rule results. So here, which is missing? This ZEAM 006 is missing. So I am going to add that rule result here. Okay. And here I'll give EAM access. Okay. Once this is done, click on next. And under maintain agents, I don't have any agents related to FFID. Okay. So what I am going to give, if I want to use GRC owner only, I can use this one. Okay, standard one, GRAC SPM owner. At this time, if you use this one, what happens is if the FFID is assigned to particular owner, so for that particular owner, only the request will flow. Okay, if this is my GRC SPM owner, which is super user management owner. So what does it do whenever I select this and I click on maintain path? At that time what happens, only the request will flow only to this user because my FFID's owner is FF owner BC. But now I'm not doing that. I just want to show you how this PFCG role works also. Because of that I'll be using that. Okay, so click on maintain agents and I'm going to add ZFFID underscore owner and agent name FFID owner and agent purpose I'll give approval and agent type I'll give PFCG roles. Okay, and here I am going to give this role. Click on save and then click on variables and then click on next, maintain path. Now I have these path. For emergency access management I don't have any path. Because of that I'm going to create a new path, ZEAM path, and new account finance path. So under this I'll be creating this emergency access path. Okay, so I'll click on add. So you have to select this and click on add. Now I'm going to add my stages. So this is my sequence stage and configuration ID. I'm just going to use GRAC default only. And here, and instead of GRAC manager, I'm going to give my FFID owner. Okay, click on save and click on modify task settings. And here rejection level will be risk analysis not mandatory and forwarding allowed, request rejected. Okay, now you can just click on save. Once this is done, click on next. Now you have to maintain the route mapping. here for all these four rule result, the mapping is route mapping is already maintained. There is no mapping for our emergency access management. Because of that, I'm going to click on add, and you are going to select your rule ID, and your rule result which you have added in step number 2 will be opened here, and you can select that to path ID which you have added in maintain paths, fifth path. So that you can select here ZEAM path and click on save. So now you can click on next and save and activate. And I'm going to use the transport which I have already and click on activate. So you get new version generated. Okay, now our configuration, MSMP workflow configuration is completed. Okay, and one more thing I wanted to tell you, if you want to add the business process accordingly, according to the finance, like according to your business processes, at that time what you can do, you can give same 006, here you can give BS 00, and here you have to again maintain the path for basis also again. Okay, so for all the business process, how much ever business processes you have, for all those business processes you have to maintain the path ID. So because of that, usually I have seen either they are going to use as per the roles, or they are going to use the SAP given standard agent, which is GRAC SPM owner. Okay, so once this is completed, now I'm going to raise a access request. And before that, I just want to show you, in my previous video, I have added a few of all these FFIDs to these users, right? So here I have removed them because I just wanted to add them again, right? So I have removed all the FFIDs that were assigned to firefighters. I am going to raise a new request here. Click on access request. Okay. So here, instead of new account, I'm going to select super user account. So you can see here, this will be automatically changed. Instead of role and system, you'll get FFID, which FFID. And here you have self, other, and multiple. I think I have two users. Because of that, I'll be selecting multiple. Okay, you can select multiple users also. You can download the template and upload here, or click on import after adding the values, or else you can just add the usernames directly here. Okay, so business process, I'm selecting anyone because since basis and finance are already selected, I'll select this consolidation, and here FFID access request. Okay, uh, and in username I am going to click on add, and here I am going to select user ID. These two are my user IDs. Okay, so you can give the manager name, or else you can leave it black. I think this is mandatory here. I'll just select this HP manager. For both it's the same, and under user access you can select FFID. So here I am going to select FFID MMBC and click on OK. So once this is selected, so my everything whatever needs to be given I have given, and I'm going to click on submit. See, request submitted successfully. The request number is 90. So I'm going to check in under my search request, I'll show you. So our target was for all these 15 people, the workflow should be, the request should be sent. And here you have to select access request approval workflow only. And here you can see your request number. You can click on open status. See, emergency access path. These are my approvers. All these people. Okay. So this was our FFID approver. So I'll be logging with that ID now. Okay. And check whether, so I'm going to select this. Open my Chrome. So he is my owner. I'll be approving with his ID only. Click on my home, and under work inbox, you have that request. You can click on that, and here you can see the users for these two users, and this is the FFID. And you can see other actions also where they have created forward approval, forward request, and click on submit. Your action has been completed. Now I'll just go here only, and under setup, and here under FF firefighter IDs, see, these are automatically provisioned now. And you can see the comments provisioned through CUP for request number 90. It shows how it was provisioned also. Okay. And it was done by your background job. Okay. So now, and also one more thing, what you can see here is firefighters. You can see this, right? Valid from and valid to date. I have told you in my previous video, 5 to 7, which is for 2 days, which I have mentioned in my configuration. So that is also maintained here. And now I'll just go and check whether they are able to access FFID or not. So here I am going to open my Fiori system. Oops, not Fiori. These users are maintained in GRC. So I'll be opening in my GRC system. And when you click on this, see, you can see the FFID. This is your client. And here also it was provisioned through the request number 90. And you have an option called logon. Okay. So you click on logon, and you can log into this. You have seen this in my previous video only. But